Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. In this video, we are going to test out Anabel's weapon tempering procedures. Right now, she's the only one that I have not activated. So we're going to go ahead and obtain it. The X-Miglance. Alright, standard difficulty. Shouldn't hopefully be too hard. As with all new challenges, I usually default to one of my strongest teams. So, my win team is my strongest one. We have to have Anabel included in order to activate these challenges, so I tossed out Tomei and put in Anabel. How they're geared as powerfully as I can. So, like Elpis weapons, a lot of combo rate enhancements, things like that. Here's Cesta, power badge, maximum power. Melody, couple of combo rate enhancements. She's not really going to be doing that much damage compared to the others, but at least she can improve the combo rate. HP badge, maxed out. Shiguri has this gear. Tomei was holding 2 enhance if max HP katanas, so I gave them to Shiguri instead. So his hit points aren't very high, but hopefully he'll dodge everything, so it really won't matter what his hit points are. Atoa. And then Anabel is holding Resonant Power Shadow and Power of Offense Wind. So she's helping out even though she's in the back row. Sidekicks, Tetra, and Gunts, as I usually do. Being standard difficulty, not expecting too much of a challenge quite yet. But this will give me an idea, like if enemies are weak to wind or immune to wind, things like that. So, attack, 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 and Fierce Feline Storm. Fierce Feline Storm is a buff to the user's right, which means it buffs Cesta. Cesta's just going to attack. Depravity reduces power, intellect, so basically incoming damage, and gives a damage barrier, and puts down pain. And Cease is Shiguri's way to basically go into tank mode.
Take this.
So it looks like, because I haven't watched any videos, and I don't think the wiki even has anything yet. Well, I was going to say, it didn't look like any damage was going until it turned into counterattack. Well, I totally missed what that said. Well, bottom line though, it did not look like either of them were immune to wind, so that's good. Let's see. Power intellect reduced by 10% based on number of stacks. Stacks when she counterattacks. She has 1 turn left to counter. Okay. Well, next I'm just going to go ahead and blow the AF gauge and see what happens. I'm going to do 2, 1, 2, 2, and then all ones. 2, 1, 2, 2, and then all ones. Looks like we may have hit an HP stopper. Can I target the other one? I can, but it's not going to do any damage. Okay. Well, in cases like this, I'm just going to go ahead and rebuff with the 3s. Alright, I rebuffed. We'll just let it go. You can see my combo rate's pretty high, and it could have gotten a lot higher. I did get access to Stellar Burst, and I have a max stack wind zone, so it wasn't a total waste. There's a knockback effect. Until end, counterattack, a wind attack, or a magic attack. Alright. So she will counter any of Melody's attacks right now. Which means I won't attack, I'll just do a Depravity. We're going to try a Twin Blade Wolf and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's right, Tsubame's technically does magic attacks as well. It's just based on her power. Alright. Attacks will now hit the demon sword. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and blow the AF gauge and just see what happens. Maybe we'll hit an HP stopper again. Actually, let's do this. Wolfheart Release will activate Twin Blade Wolf, so I'll get that benefit. And we'll see if we hit the HP stopper that way. And if I do, I have the AF gauge to use. Looks like Demon Sword went bye-bye. And does she come back to life? Looks like it.
Witness the spirit of a holy night.
Alright, she broke my zone and deployed... Ah. She's doing all sorts of things. Alright. That is Defense Wall. Damage taken and damage caused are reduced. Alright, does she has a 50 stack barrier, which reduces damage by 30%. She's still countering magic attacks. But she is weak to wind at the moment. Well, the reason I burst first is because now I can do this. Alright, looks like she's out of health. So we will rebuff the 3s. Rebuff the 2s. Just keep rebuffing the 2s. Why not? Alright, now, does she have... I didn't see anything about revives, but... Nope. Okay. So we've seen the basics of the fight. We know there's a knockback now. We know that she can break a zone. Now, when she was stunned, when I reduced her health the first time and basically exposed the demon sword, I don't know if that's a temporary stun or a full-time stun. So that's something to consider as well. So now we can kind of refine our approach. We know it's pointless to attack the demon sword right now. So why don't we use turn 1 to go ahead and drop her to half health. 3, 1, 3, 3. Oh, I actually ran out of time. Thought I'd be able to go a little bit quicker on that. Oh well, we set up tank mode, we set up pain. Alright, physical attacks. But she does not counter a counter attack, it looks like. Alright. We'll go ahead and Twin Blade Wolf. Injaku. Dark Drill. And Sorai. This should drop her down. To the halfway point.
Take this. Move.
Alright, there's the knockback. Alright, magic attack. I really don't want to waste an AF burst while Shiguri is in the back line, so we're going to move him forward. We're going to Depravity again. It looks like she clears her pain anyway, and she is countering magic attacks. We'll go ahead and do another Twin Blade. And let's see, magic attack, and magic attack. Nothing I do is going to prevent a counter, so this should knock her out at least, and allow me to start focusing on Demon Sword. And then Tsubame should go and get some damage going. Oh, and Shiguri did too. Alright. Well, that worked out. Alright, she should break my zone. Deploy that weird thing. Defense wall. But I have a Stellar Burst and I have a Tsubame, so that means I can remove that and put back the Wind Zone. So that's that. Wolfheart release and Sarai.
People, prowl and pounce!
Train harder! Train harder!
Looks like it doesn't really matter. Looks like I've knocked out her health. There's my Wind Zone anyway.
Should I treat your wounds?
Alright, so we're kind of getting this thing figured out. We're starting to learn what to expect. Let's see what the next mode brings. Alright, very hard. We'll take generally the same approach as last time, except that we're not going to blow the AF gauge on turn 1. If we wait till turn 2, we'll have the benefit of Melody's Wind Zone. Which means turn 1, we'll just do the 3s, and Cesta will just attack with Wicked Wolf.
Take this.
I am noticing that we did do some damage to the Demon Sword when he counterattacked, which kind of makes me wonder if I set up a team with Alma AS and decked her out with pains and stuff like that, if she could counterattack that thing to death, because she's pretty good at that. Alright, turn 2. Now we're going to blow the AF gauge. We'll do 2, 1, 2, and 2, and then all ones. And we'll go ahead and save the Twin Blade Wolves. So 2, 1, 2, 2, all ones. We're in a Wind Zone, so I should be able to keep the AF gauge going for a pretty long time. Looks like we hit the HP stopper. So rebuff, rebuff, attack, rebuff. Not that we really need a rebuff cease, but guess it can't hurt. Alright, so let's see.
Guide us, divine light.
Dodged, knockback, defenses, does a little more damage. Magic attack's bad. Healing more. So pretty much all the things you'd expect in very hard. Alright, if it's countering magic, we will avoid doing that. We'll do a Twin Blade. Get him up to the front line, and I guess if I really don't want a counterattack, I could Fist Slam, but eh. Oh, looks like I'm going to get a counter. Didn't do that much damage. Alright. We have gotten Anabel to the point where the Demon Sword is exposed. Alright, I'm curious if it says how long she is paused for. Oh, I can't even select her. Status. Nope. Well, I guess I'd have to assume at least a couple of turns. So what we're going to do right now, We'll blow the AF gauge since we still have the wind zone. We know it's going to be removed anyway when the demon sword is defeated. And I guess we'll just spam all the ones. The demon sword definitely does not have much health, even in very hard. Alright, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. Alright, we rebuffed the 3s and the 2s. And now we wait. Alright, she stands up. She wipes out my wind zone. I have a stellar burst ready to counter that. I'm curious if that 50 stack berry of hers gets stronger. It was at 30%. Still at 30%? Okay. Oh, we are going to get rid of the defense wall. I'm guessing Twin Blade will probably knock her out. Yep.
Should I treat your wounds?
Alright, so that was very hard. Let's see. Even though, well, it's near the end of the month, it's the end of September, so I've bought out as many brilliant rainbows as I can, since it's a monthly thing. Alright. Yay, save. Alright, so we can do challenge mode now. Oh yeah, we have pledges. What's going on right now? 4 or fewer, no. Female characters. Yes, and I can certainly do 1 billion in another force. 100 billion. Alright, I'm not going to get the 4 or fewer. And we'll see what kind of tricks challenge mode has. Might get knocked out, or Shiguri might dodge at an inappropriate time. Alright, here we go. Challenge mode. Alright, turn 1, we'll just do the same thing. And wait till we get the wind zone. Alright. He actually took damage. Alright, physical attack for counters.
Witness this sword's power.
Did she say that last time? I honestly don't remember. Alright, so turn 2, we're going to blow the AF gauge, but I am a little curious. Alright, she has some resistances. Power increased infinitely, basically. 100 turns, and it stacks. So I wonder if characters like Yuna, who can inverse buffs, I wonder if that would inverse those too. Might be a thought. Alright, turn 2. We're going to see what we can do about getting her down. We're going to do 2, 1, 2, 2, and then all ones. Anabel, when I Stellar Awakened her, she gained a lot of health, so I'm kind of guessing this character has a lot as well. I might have to work in a Twin Blade Wolf or something. So 2, 1, 2, 2. 2, 1, 2, 2. All ones. If it doesn't look like I'm going to get to 50%, I will work in a Twin Blade. In fact, I'm going to work one in now and get the Expose. There we go. Alright, so I used up one of her Twin Blade Wolves. She has 3 left. Alright, I'm going to rebuff the 3s. I can see my combo is at 13. So if I just went all out, I could probably reach 15, 16, 17 really easily. I'm just doing this to see how high I can get. Yep. With some pauses, I got 1700 in.
Guide us, divine light.
Alright. She's no longer in pain. That was a 3 million? Was it? I totally missed that number. I guess I'll see it in editing, but that looked like a very large number. Alright. Same as before. If she is countering magic attacks, I think it said. Excuse me. Yep, magic attacks. We'll avoid a counter by doing Depravity. Wicked Wolf. We'll just do Injaku. Frontline. So, same as before.
How's this?
Soar on the wings of heaven's roaring wind.
Try harder.
Alright, so she heals with each counterattack, and that's a massive heal. Alright, so we have 2 ways we can handle this. I can avoid doing magic attacks and prevent her from counter healing, or I could say screw it and just do my attacks like normal to build up the AF gauge. I have 4 turns left of the win zone, so I think I'm going to do the screw it route. Cease. I'll go ahead and just do a Depravity again. Wicked Wolf. And yeah, we can probably do another Injaku. I thought she was countering magic. Oops.
Take this.
Oh, remove buff.
Train harder.
Tricky, tricky. At least he's dodging things. Alright, now she's countering magic. And looks like she cleared. Nope, there's still pain.
Witness this sword's power.
Alright, that said though, we should be able to blow the AF gauge now. So we'll just treat it like a fresh start, since we saw some remove buffs, remove debuffs. We'll do the 3s, 2s, and 1s. 3, 1, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2. All 1s.
Train harder.
How's this?
Twin Blade. We got the expose going. There it is. We should be able to knock her out this turn. Unless there's another HP stopper. Which it kind of looks... Oh, I was going to say it kind of looks like there is, but guess not. I guess the others just aren't doing that much damage. Alright. We've done the 3s and 2s and 1s, so there's really no reason to rebuff anything. Okay, 1800, 1900 combo rate. That was nice. Alright, she should be paused. We should be able to attack Deirdre now. Or Demon Sword. Alright, I think I have 2 Twin Blades left. And I get a free one when I Stellar Burst. So, Twin Blade, Depravity, not necessary. Dark Drill. And Sorai. Looks like she might have a decent amount of health. Oh. Sesta gonna take care of it. Ooh. Looks like the Demon Sword might have an HP stopper. Alright, front line, Depravity, Wicked Wolf, and we'll rebuff.
There.
Soar on the wings of heaven's roaring wind.
Alright, I don't know if Anabel's going to stand up at any point, so I want to make this quick. We'll go ahead and blow the AF gauge and do the 2s and the 1s. 2, 1, 2, cease just in case. Alright, so last time, well, the last few times,
How's this?
after the Demon Sword was beat, Anabel stood back up, she wiped the zone, and she started at half health.
How's this?
Train harder.
3, 3. We did the 2s.
All right.
So we'll see if this follows the same
And if
pattern.
you're too far to hear, come in near. Cause the Fugan Tiger himself, Shigure, is here.
I still call him Sugar Ray.
Blow on a wind,
Nod back to the 90s.
but they all blow
At least in the
towards
United
the point
States.
of my sword. And with
I don't know
it,
how popular Sugar Ray was outside of the country.
as it is bold.
Alright. She should stand up. She should wipe out the zone. 50,000 health. So does that mean she has 100,000 total?
Holy night.
And let's see if her damage barrier has changed any. 90%. Okay. Well, we're going to get rid of some of those. And that might also be a good reason to bring a damage piercing person. I don't know of too many damage piercing characters that can still clear out, was that, 50 billion? Alright, well, anyway. This will take care of many of those barrier stacks.
Pieces. Train harder.
So a Thunder team might also be a good choice to get rid of those stacks. Did that go through all 50? Wow. I didn't think it would do that many, but I guess so. Okay. So we will Enjaku, we will Twin Blade, Depravity, and Sorai, and try and build this back up very quickly.
Train harder. Train harder.
Sex's roar will shout out the night.
Close. If she doesn't kill my team, I do have an AF burst waiting. Alright. Unless she has an extra life or something, which I didn't see the icon for, this should be it. All 3s. Or sorry, all 1s. Looks like she's out of health, just in case there's some surprises.
How's this?
There's my 2s. There's my 3s. Everything is prepped, and I've got a stellar burst waiting just in case. So I guess let's see what happens. All right.
You were just another part of the mission.
With a very stacked team, I realize that is one way to take care of it if you're not worried about pledges. And don't think anyone was knocked out. So I should have gotten yes and yes. All right, 2,000 more bravery manifests. All right, so what I'd like to do now, that was a very stacked team. I realize this. So let's play around. Okay, well, first of all, if you're looking to do a full pledge clear, don't watch my channel. It's rare for me to, and usually when I do, it's because I followed someone else's clears. I, in particular, watch 77AE and Seriously Fun for their clears. I watch other channels as well, like David Wowie and some of the others, but the two of them tend to do these challenges. Oops. 77 and Seriously Fun. 77 probably the most often, so shout out to his channel. He has a habit of doing these pledges with like characters you'd never even think about, like free characters, Kid, characters that haven't been used in years. He's a genius at it. If you are looking to do the pledges and you don't have one of the current meta teams, by all means, check out his channel, subscribe to it. It's a great resource, especially because as far as I can tell, the wiki doesn't really have much detail on these weapon tempering challenge modes. So I'm a very busy person. I don't have that much time to play, so I don't have hours upon hours upon hours trying to figure out how to get everything done with relatively free-ish or easy to get teams. So I will show you how to get access to the challenge mode. I will show you how to at least defeat the fight. After that, I kind of see my job as done. I'm kind of a mid-game, early end-game type player, so that's kind of what my videos are intended for. I'm not super end game. Now, that said, let's say that you don't have a very powerful wind team. You don't have Sesta or Shiguri, Tsubame. While I was fighting, and you might remember, I was talking about, maybe some other teams might be able to pull this stuff off. And one of them I thought about was the Thunder team, because they do many hits. I'm not sure how well Orlea's going to do with the tanking. So I guess I could swap her out for Anabel. Anabel is a tank after all. So let's start off first with, where is my Anabel? She's 84, so she's past all the free characters. Stupid trivia. The free characters, I usually tend to stop around 85 unless I just like the character. And then my gotcha characters, I tend to stop around 90 or so. And then the characters I use a lot, or if I'm going for light shadow points with my red keys, those are the ones that are above 90 right now. Okay. Fall season is coming, and I'm starting to, I guess, feel the pollen and all that. 84. Anabel.
Let us join our forces.
All right, let's join our forces. All right, so we have normal style Valette, Obero, Stellar Awakened, Izuna, Stellar Awakened. And Orlea being Orlea. Palm is in the back to support Izuna. And I had Sukiya in the back to support... let's see. I had Sukiya in the back to support Obero, but I have to get rid of someone, and Izuna is definitely a stronger damage dealer, at least with my team. Alright, Resonant Power Light would make sense with this team, because they are all light users. Power of Offense, we want Thunder now. Valette has Thunder, so she can hold that. And let's see, is there anything else she can hold? Because basically, if Anabel can hold some Grasta, that frees up some slots on the main team that I can use for other things. So, no one's a sword user. Already holding Thunder. No one's a water user. Miglance. I don't think any of them are Miglances. Sweet Tooth. That's a possibility. I don't see anything else worthwhile, so is anyone a Sweet Tooth? To tell, if you are not sure, you go to Ability and you look at their personality traits. No Sweet Tooth. No Sweet Tooth. He's a cat lover. No Sweet Tooth. And no Sweet Tooth. But looking at the personality traits also gives you an idea, like, she's Eastern and he's Eastern, so therefore if you have a shareable Eastern Grasta, you are supporting both Obero and Izuna. That's kind of how the personalities work. So I think cat lover... I don't think... Was Anabel a cat lover? If you have the Grasta, you can just switch to personality and it will show up. So, nope, she is not a cat lover. Just Sweet Tooth and Miglance. So, all right. So, Power of Offense, Thunder, and Resonant Power Light are the only things she can help with. So that means we can stick another combo rate enhance on Valette. Let's see. I think I threw most of my combo rate enhancements on the pains. The non-weapon type pains, that way anyone can equip them, so I can freely swap them between my teams. Obero has everything, she has everything. Now in her case, she probably needs some health. So I don't want to swap any of these out. She's not a dodge tank the way Shiguri was. Alright, and then we check on skills. The spammable skill needs to be something that hits a lot. So Foudry Hatch hits 3 times. Back row characters don't matter. I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. Katid Gida hits 5 times. Obero should have Rising Beat, and Izuna should have Thundercrack. So all of those hit quite a lot. Alright. Sidekicks. Tetra and Guntz. I think that looks okay. Well, it'll probably depend on Orlea's tanking, which, now that I'm thinking about it, defense reduces damage. All You Mage, I like All You Mage a whole lot because it buffs power, intellect, and speed by 100%, and damage type improves. So All You Mage is a really, really good buff, but resistance is what gives her cover, reduces damage taken. Do I make the team stronger, or do I make the team more survivable? If you use Orlea a lot and a Thunder team a lot, she would probably be a good reason to have the 4th slot. unlocked, which I am nowhere close to being able to do. I could blow all my guiding lights, but she is kind of a dated tank at this point, so I don't really want to. You know what? We're just going to try it as it is. Learning experience, right? So this is challenge mode with a Thunder team. Alright, now Izuna allows me to have an AF burst immediately. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do the 3s. That's my poison and pain. Then we will do the 2s, and then the 1s. And we're just going to see how far we can get. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All 1s. The goal, of course, would be, it'd be great if we could get her down to the 50% mark. If you're having trouble doing this, those combo rate enhancement ores, I am telling you, get them. Run Underworld over and over and over again. But if you can get that combo rate up to 700, 800, 900, 1,000, as you can see, you can do massive amounts of damage. Alright, so now we're going to get to witness Orlea's ability to handle this situation.
Guide us, divine light.
Alright, not horrible so far. Alright, physical attacks.
Witness this sword's power.
Alright, we know that we've hit the stopper. In this case, I think it might be a good idea to try and burst. This might not be the best idea. But bursting with Izuna allows me to fill the AF gauge. And we have all of our buffs up and debuffs. Check the pain. I don't see pain, so we need to do a 3 and then all 1s. 3, 1, 1, 1. The goal now is to try and knock out Anabel, and it looks like we may have. So now we're going to rebuff. And now we're going to try and get the Stellar Burst gauge filled, or as close to filled as possible. Oh, just barely. Alright, that frees her up. Alright, there's the knockback. Let's get her back in the front line. Thundercrack. Does she still have her debuffs? At least a few of them. Alright, let's see. Do I do Voltaic Sword and reduce slash resistance? Why not? And I think we rebuffed everything, so we'll just do a magic attack that fills that up. So attack, debuff, attack.
This time I mean it.
If I remember right from the last fight, she has an HP stopper. Ooh, Obro's almost down. So let's defense, Thundercrack, Rising Beat. And does she have pain? Yes, she does. Alright, there's the remove buff. Now I don't think we hit the HP stopper yet, so we still need to do that. So let's go ahead and blow the AF gauge and do that. Is that a good idea? Yeah, let's do that. What turn is it? Turn 5. So, let's see, does she have pain? Yes, she does. 3. Alright. Spamming all 1s. The Thunder Crack is going to be the big damage dealer here. Oh, looks like we may have hit the HP stopper. Good. Alright, now that she's been defeated, we redo any buffs that we can. Anabel's going to stand up. She's going to wipe out my Thunder Zone.
Witness the spirit of a holy knight.
Obero is still hurt. And we don't have much in the way of magic, or MP. It's getting drained. So let's see if we can take care of this quickly. We are going to switch to Guns. He's going to deploy Thunder Zone. Switch back. We're going to Stellar Burst. Remember what happens when we Stellar Burst with Thunder Crack. Oh, it did not restore my AF gauge. I guess there's a wait period or something. Oh well. Attack, attack. Hate to Rising Beat. That uses a lot of mana. Let's do it. And where's Pain? We don't have Pain. Alright, now we have an AF gauge to work with. Ooh, that was a huge hit. Okay. However, because they have multi-hits, we've chewed through the barrier now. We have an AF gauge to work with. If you're wondering why Valette survived, if you noticed in her gear, one of the items gave her a hold ground, if I remember right. I'll double check afterwards, but right now, we have Pain. Let's do it. All 1s. Looks like we have 1.
Punch on this.
I'll have to double check why that AF gauge didn't refill after Thunder Crack, but it's probably just some mechanic I've forgotten. I don't play the Thunder team quite as often as I should. Alright, technically everyone lived. So if you were doing this for real, you'd get the under 20 no one knocked out pledge. And you'd probably get that one as well. So, yep, 3 females. Technically 5, I guess. I'm not sure if they count the back row. So that is how it can be done with a Thunder team. And while I'm thinking about it now, hyperfocus mode. I wonder if I have to be in hyperfocus mode in order to do the AF refill. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of reading really quick. At turn end, after using another force, stack 1 godlike power. Oh yeah, I forgot about the godlike power stuff. I probably just didn't have one stacked, which is why it didn't refill the... Yeah, at battle start, stack 3 godlike powers, and the AF gauge fills to 50. Yep, 100% with Thunder allies. So that's why I had the AF gauge at the start. At turn end, I must have used up the godlike powers, because I think during the fight, if you have a godlike power, or maybe you need 3, you get the AF gauge filled, like I did on, what was it, turn 2? I must have used up the godlike powers then. That must be it. Okay. Oh yeah, then I need 3 AF bursts to get 3 stacks back. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Well, anyway, so if you don't have the meta wind team at your disposal, you just saw how to defeat challenge mode with the Thunder team. It seems like, I'm not going to go through every single one of my teams. I'm sure this video is getting long enough as it is. But it seems like as long as you can form a team that can do many, many, many hits, especially to chew through that final 90% barrier stack, you're fine. Thunder teams are kind of designed for that. A good wind team is too. And technically a fire team. Ewan and his lava impact attacks, I think, what was it, 9 times? It's a 3 or 4 hit. It's a 4-hit attack that attacks 3 times. So that right there is 12 hits every time you do lava impact. And then with Renri's Link, you gain more hits as well. And Trigger Rush is a 3-hit because Overload does Trigger Rush as well. So now Anabel is water, so she might resist a fire team, but I would, at least a fire team with Ewan and Renri at least, would be possibly a good start for multi-hits. My fire team, I think, is starting to show its age a little bit. Not too many people use Iffy anymore. Water team, single hit. That would probably be a bad team. And Earth, single hit as well. That probably would not be a very good team either. At least of my teams. Now, you could probably form your own. I don't have a lot of the alter AS styles and stuff like that that could really improve some of those teams. Well, anyway, Crystal Alma and her counterattacks, I'd kind of mentioned that one as a possibility. Nilia doesn't have many hits, but the Little Lily can with a +1 to hit Photon Messiah. So that's at least 3 hits there. And she can barrier pierce with Sword and Heart, but she can only do it once. I bet you I could probably get a Crystal team to work. And Anabel could hold Grasta for Thilili, since they're both sword users. So that would actually beef up Thilili's damage. So anyway, there's just some thoughts for you if you're having trouble with the challenge modes. As I said, 77AE, Seriously Fun, David Wowie, etc. A lot of other YouTubers out there are making the challenge modes look simple. So, please search them out, subscribe to them, follow them, whatever you need to do to beat this fight. So, if you're just simply looking to win, I will do my best to help you with those. And you just saw me win with, admittedly, the meta wind team and with a pretty decent thunder team. I don't have any of the newest ones like Shihan ES or Utpalaka or any of them. They might have made this fight a little easier. Utpalaka actually, with some of his defenses, might have done really well. Oh, and thought she did have something that gave her hold ground. Maybe not. Maybe it was Orlea's prayer. Oh yeah, she wasn't praying. I didn't do the resistance. Maybe a guns thing? I don't remember guns having anything with hold ground. Okay. Well, I'm just as confused as you now. I thought Valette had, like, a lot of times I will have the Steely Resolve badge equipped. It gives a little bit of health, and it provides hold ground. So I thought that's what she had equipped, but apparently not. She had the Galaxy badge, and none of those are hold ground. Leopard bracelet does not hold ground, it just increases combo rate. And Elpis hammer does not have hold ground, so I honestly don't know how she survived that one hit. But I'm not complaining. Got me a pledge. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm sure this video is long enough. So anyway, I hope this helps and gives you some idea of maybe how to approach the challenge mode fight. If this video doesn't, as I've mentioned, many other YouTubers are showing you how to make this fight look really simple, so search them out. Anyway, hope this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.